Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all good. Right, we've got a bit of a mixed beer here now. I picked up a load of sort of budget beers, didn't I, from different supermarkets and what have you. But the beer that it is and the brewery that it's from is actually sort of craft. Maybe not so much these days, I don't know. You look at it on how you want to. But anyway, the beer we've got coming up was picked up from B&M for a whole £1.15. So we are talking a massive budget beer. It is a smaller can, but I still think at £1.15, if the beer's all right. Well, I mean, really, yeah. I mean, £1.50, it's not expensive, is it? So even if it is a small can, it don't really matter. But anyway, I'm waffling on, so let's shut the fuck up. What we've got is a beer from B&M, £1.15. It's in a 330ml can, and it's from Brewdog. And we are looking at their Cake Cartel, and it is a hazelnut stout, and it's coming in at 6%. So if this beer is half decent, but £1.15, I mean, it's only got to be half decent, hasn't it, really, at £1.15 at 6%. We've had a bargain. So there you are. There's the typical sort of Brewdog sort of labels nowadays. And I've pulled out a Brewdog glass I haven't used for a long time, because a lot of the beers that I've had from them are the bigger cans. I've been putting them in pint cans, but we're going with this one now from Brewdog. It's quite funny on the back. It says, "Fiercely independent, forever craft." Now, a lot of people could laugh at that. Gives me a little bit of a chuckle when I see it, because they're not quite the brewery they were. But anyway, let's stop waffling on. I've not watched any reviews, but I do know Andy's Beer Reviews has reviewed this. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. £1.15, like I say, you can't go wrong. Only took it out the fridge about half hour ago, so whether it's going to be too cold ideally for what it is, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But Brewdog are known for doing better dark beers than they are light stuff, so I'm hoping it's going to be nice. Probably going to be full of adjuncts as well, really, for for £1.15. Now there is still a little bit left in the can, but in a glass, that's looking good, and it's looking jet black. It's got a lovely, I don't know, 1.5 finger sort of tan head. There is a little bit of light bleeding through, so there's a light sort of red hue when the light's on it. Not seeing much coming up bubble wise, which you probably don't really want too many bubbles in a stout ideally, but it looks all right, doesn't it? You look at that and you think, yeah, I'll drink that, that's all right. So let's dive in on the nose and see if we get hazelnut, chocolate maybe. Yeah, it's got a sweet aroma, big sweet aroma. It smells like a dairy milk whole nut to me. You do get the hazelnut. It's quite powerful on chocolate and sweetness. I think that sort of stouty aroma with the hazelnut, you do sort of pick up the ABV with that. I don't know if that's them sort of aromas just sort of enhance an ABV, but you do get a little bit of that on it. But it smells all right. I mean, to be honest, at £1.15, if it tastes like it smells, you really can't argue. So, Brewdog's Cake Cartel Hazelnut Stout, 6%. Let's dive in, give her a try. Cheers. Very, very thin. Very thin. Which doesn't really surprise me, in all honesty, what you've paid for it. It sort of has a bit of body. I think with that head, for that sort of split second or two, it feels like it's got a decent body. But once you get past that, the beer is very light. It is gently carbonated, but it feels like more carbonation in your mouth than probably what there is there. Mouthfeel, again, is probably a little bit light because the beer feels light. But on the taste, you do get chocolate, you do get hazelnut, you do get that typical stout sort of taste that you will get with a stout. So malty, a richness to it to a certain extent, but it is very light. It is very light. Excuse me. I think it does have a touch of sort of a raisin kind of feel to it. 6% you don't really get, in all fairness. And I think probably, to me, it feels like the flavour you're getting from this beer is from the percentage. £1.15 for what you're getting. It's all right. It's got a bit of sweetness to it as well, in all fairness. There is that little bit of sweetness in there. Not sickly sweet, but all the flavours, the body of the beer, the flavours of the beer are all sort of short-lived. They're sort of there and they're gone. It's very much. It's almost like they've tried to make it, I don't know, sort of sessionable, if you like, with it being so light and with the flavours passing quick, which will make you want to go back in and get some more of that flavour. It feels like they've tried to make it sessionable. Yeah, I think if you was buying this in a 440ml can and paying about £3.54, you'd be massively disappointed, I think. Although the flavours are there, it's all a bit short-lived, what you get out of the beer. But for £1.15 from B&M, you can't really complain what you get. You're getting a stout with some ABV in it, and the stout overall isn't, it's not a great stout. Don't get me wrong, but the flavours are there. It tastes like a stout. There's nothing overly nasty in it. So it's doing a lot of it all right, and it's doing it all right at a very good price. So for me, would I recommend picking it up? Yeah, I'd say give it a go, because at £1.15 you can't go wrong. So if you see that in B&M where you live, give it a go. Cape Cartel Hazelnut Stout, 6%. What do I think of it? All right for the price. You can't go wrong for the price. Is it a great stout? It will do you. It's one of them. But it's certainly not shocking. But there are much better stouts out there. But there probably isn't at £1.15. So yeah, if you see it, give it a go. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.